Imagine this. You're pouring your morning coffee, and suddenly you see a face staring back from the foam. Or maybe you glance at the clouds and notice a pair of eyes smiling down at you. Have you ever wondered why your brain sees faces where there aren't any? This strange yet common phenomenon is called pareidolia, and it happens to all of us. But what's behind this quirk? Why does your brain insist on creating faces out of everyday objects? Is it just a trick of the mind, or is there something deeper going on? Welcome to Mind Science Uncovered, where we explore the hidden mechanisms of your mind. Today we're diving into why your brain loves to find faces in the most unexpected places. To understand why, we need to go back to the roots of human survival and the very design of your brain. At the heart of your brain's face-detecting ability lies the fusiform face area, a specialized region that's constantly scanning your environment for faces. Whether it's a human face, a smiling car, or even a potato, this part of your brain doesn't care. It reacts the same way. Here's the kicker: this phenomenon isn't just something humans experience. Studies show that even primates like monkeys experience pareidolia. It's an instinct that runs deep across species. Our brains evolved to prioritize faces because throughout history, recognizing a friend, foe, or potential danger in an instant could mean the difference between life and death. Your brain would rather make a mistake and see a face where there isn't one than miss a real face that could be vital. So that face you see in your toast? It's not a glitch, it's your brain doing its job. Your mind is wired to find patterns, and faces are at the top of its list. In fact, even if you know there isn't a real face in front of you, your brain still insists on seeing one. Pareidolia isn't just a random quirk. It's an essential survival tool, fine-tuned over millions of years. For our ancestors, recognizing a face quickly could mean the difference between life and death. Your brain can identify a face in just 200 milliseconds, faster than a blink. That's because it was crucial for early humans to identify potential threats or allies as quickly as possible. In the past, missing a face could mean failing to spot a predator hiding in the shadows or an ally offering support. So your brain evolved to err on the side of caution, detecting faces even in random patterns like clouds, rock formations, or tree bark. This bias toward face detection explains why your brain sometimes sees faces where none exist. It's not a mistake, it's a survival advantage that helped our ancestors navigate a dangerous world. Imagine you're in the wilderness, scanning your surroundings for danger. What would you rather miss? A tree that looks like a face, or an actual predator lurking in the bushes? Comment below and share what you would do. Pareidolia doesn't just help us survive, it's shaped the way we create, interpret, and find meaning in art, religion, and culture. Throughout history, people have seen faces and figures in natural formations, attributing deep significance to them. From the man in the moon to religious icons on toast, pareidolia has sparked cultural beliefs and inspired creativity. Artists like Salvador Dali use pareidolia to challenge how we see the world, embedding hidden faces and figures into their work. And for centuries, religious figures have reportedly appeared in the most unexpected places, transforming ordinary objects into symbols of divine intervention. But why do we see these things? Pareidolia taps into our brain's need for order and meaning, turning randomness into something familiar and significant. From ancient cave paintings to modern viral images, pareidolia blurs the line between reality and imagination. It shows how our minds are wired to find meaning even when it's not really there. What's the most famous example of pareidolia you've heard of? Have you ever seen something that felt too strange to be random? Let us know in the comments. Pareidolia isn't just about seeing faces. It's a glimpse into how our brains interpret the world around us. But did you know that your emotional state can make you more likely to experience pareidolia? Studies show that when people feel anxious, lonely, or even just emotionally overwhelmed, they're more likely to see faces or patterns in random objects. Why? Because our brain craves familiarity and connection in moments of stress. Your brain is wired to make sense of chaos. In stressful moments, it works over time to find something familiar, like a friendly face, even if it's hidden in the folds of your curtain or the pattern on your toast. This emotional connection explains why pareidolia can feel comforting or even humorous. Our brains use it as a coping mechanism to turn randomness into something meaningful, giving us a sense of control when things feel uncertain. So the next time you see a face staring back at you from a random object, remember, it could be your brain's way of helping you find comfort in a chaotic world. Have you ever experienced pareidolia during an emotional moment? Maybe when you were stressed or anxious? Share your story with us in the comments. Pareidolia doesn't just affect humans. Believe it or not, it's even something our most advanced technology deals with. Artificial intelligence, like facial recognition systems, can experience its own version of pareidolia. Just like your brain, AI sometimes detects faces in patterns where none exist. AI systems are designed to recognize patterns, much like the human brain. But even the most sophisticated algorithms can mistake random shapes or shadows for a human face, just like we do. Engineers are now using what we know about pareidolia to improve AI, training machines to differentiate between real faces and false positives. But it's not just about making machines more accurate, it's also about teaching them to see the world the way we do. Imagine an AI system designed for self-driving cars misinterpreting an object in the road as a human. That's when pareidolia becomes more than just a quirky glitch. It's a critical issue that technology needs to overcome. How do you think AI will evolve to avoid human-like mistakes like pareidolia? What are some areas where you think AI will benefit from seeing the world as humans do? Share your thoughts in the comments. So, whether it's the face in your toast, the clouds smiling down at you, or a shadow in your living room, pareidolia is everywhere. But instead of dismissing it as a glitch, think of it as a reminder of the remarkable way your brain is wired. Pareidolia adds a little magic to our everyday lives. It's a fascinating intersection between science and emotion, revealing how deeply our minds are programmed to find meaning and connection, even when there's none. So, the next time you see a face where there isn't one, take a moment to appreciate the creativity and brilliance of your brain at work. It's not just random, it's your brain's way of turning chaos into something familiar, giving you a sense of connection in a random world. What's the strangest face you've ever seen in an everyday object? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the mysteries of the mind. See you next time on Mind Science Uncovered.